In our lives, we do many things. When we do many things, we find in certain areas of life, the more opportunity we get to do something, more privileged we feel. In certain other places, we think if whatever little we do, we are doing too much. When do we feel that we are doing too much for somebody? When we have no love for them of any kind, our heart is barren, then if I lift a pin for you, I feel I've done too much for you already. Because I've done great service for you, picking this up and giving it to you. But if I have love for you, not as love for you or love for somebody else, simply that, see, we need to understand this. Certain pleasantness of your emotion is love. If you hold yourself in a certain pleasantness of emotion and you're loving, not just to this or that, you're just loving, then you will see you're willing to do as much as you can do. In anybody's life, this is all there is. In our lives, if we do not do what we cannot do, there is no problem. But in our lives, if we do not do what we can do, we are a disastrous life. So, first of all, bringing ourselves to a place within ourselves that we ourselves will not be a restriction to our own ability to do things in the world. This is only possible when you have love for everything around you. Love is not about somebody, first of all. Love is the way you are, when you are loving. As you are happy, you can be loving. Pleasantness of the mind may be called joy, pleasantness of the heart may be called love. So if you are loving, then doing whatever you can do in a given moment is natural. If I ask all of you, for yourself and for everybody around you, what is it that you want to create? To create a peaceful you, a joyful you, a loving you is what you're looking for, isn't it? You're trying to achieve it in so many different ways. Pleasantness within yourself, is it not very important? Hello? You want to be a pleasant life. What is it that you want from your life? You want your experience of life to be as pleasant as possible. You may call it peace, you may call it joy, you may call it pleasure, you may call it health, you may call it love, you may call it ecstasy. It doesn't matter what you call it, essentially different levels of pleasantness. If you try to create outside pleasantness, that's called success, if you succeed in having that. Otherwise, pleasantness in your experience of life. If you create this for yourself, that if you sit here, you are 100% pleasant within you. When you are feeling wonderful, if I meet you, any one of you, I'm sure you are a wonderful human being. But when you are feeling nasty, when you're feeling miserable, when you're feeling frustrated, if I meet you, you could be a nasty human being, yes or no? Is this not true for every human being? So instead of doing service and sacrifice and all kinds of terrible things in this life, if you keep this piece of life in a very pleasant condition, you will always be pleasant to everything and everybody around you. There is no effort in this. The only effort you have to do is to figure out within this how to keep this pleasant, little sadhana, to keep this one pleasant. If you keep this pleasant, every act, every thought, every emotion that you generate will naturally be pleasant, yes or no? Yes or no? If I meet you when you're very happy, are you not a wonderful, wonderful human being? Almost 24% of our time, resource and energy has been spent in the prisons, both in India and outside. If you look at this, the history sheets of these people, normally we're working with long-term prisoners, they've done terrible things in their life. I know them very well now. If you let all of them out tomorrow morning, at least 50% of the people will do the same things again. They're not by intention, many of them, by compulsion, they'll do the same things. But when they are with me, they are most wonderful people, okay? They are very exuberant, joyful, highly spirited, wonderful guys because I just keep them happy when they're with me. This is true with every human being. Unfortunately, in this world, we've always been trying to produce good people, which is a serious mistake. Good people have done terrible things on this planet. The more good they think they are, more terrible things they have done to other people. But a joyful person very rarely does anything harmful to somebody else because it doesn't occur to him. He's not trying to be good, he's just feeling wonderful. Naturally, he will do wonderful things to people. We have to invest in producing joyful and sensible human beings on the planet, not good people, because the more good they are, the more they are in conflict with everything else. Please see, where is the conflict? The more good you think you are, the more fighting you are. We don't need good people, we can send them to heaven. But on this planet, we need joyful people, we need sensible people. I would say that if your work is an expression of your joyfulness, whether recognition or no recognition, what does it matter? You're finding an opportunity to express your joy. And if you look at your own lives and see the moments where you're in pursuit of your happiness, what is the quality of those moments? The moments when you're expressing your joy, what is the quality of those moments? If you see, you will see whenever you're expressing your happiness or joy, they are the best moments in your life. If your work is an expression of your joy, your working moments will be the best moments of your life.